Okay, thank you so much, Nandeep, Smita, Siddharth, Kunj. Definitely, this is Saturday. We look forward to contributing to Pune Tech community, and this community is like a wide user group. Probably guys are running it really great, and productivity has changed its definition altogether since at least a year ago. Now, whenever you say productivity, majorly there is this one word which pops up in our mind, that is Copilot. Because since last year, as soon as ChatGPT released the open source free version of ChatGPT and then ChatGPT Pro, GitHub Copilot, now we are used to different level of productivity, but keeping in mind that there are different productivity tools which still a lot of users in our organization or as an individual user we are using it, just like Word, PowerPoint, Excel. I am working closely in this industry for almost 7 years, and I still look at the amount of data which sits and resides in Excel, also the visualizations in Excel, not in Power BI. All, along with that PowerPoint presentation, I think we all are, right now, all the sessions are being conducted through PowerPoint presentations and definitely some demonstrations as well, while business documents in Word, etc. So probably you all would have heard about these tools, which ideally we call it as productivity tools. But apart from that, when you talk about an organization or an enterprise level, there are few different tools like Planner, Loop, OneNote, along with your other tools like Word, PowerPoint. So these are also the productivity tools. And I thought let's just, have an open conversation about Planner and Loop. I would, like to know from the audience if you can unmute yourself and give me an idea whether have you used Planner or Loop or any of these, or are you aware about it? Have you used in any of these scenarios? If anyone can unmute and just type it, or I can't see the type in chats right now, but please feel free to unmute and let me know if anyone knows what Planner is. I think Sujit recently covered. I saw that he was talking about Planner, but you can just pitch in what is Planner Loop if you have any pointers. Has anyone used that? I'll just give few seconds. If not, then probably I'll cover with these slides and demonstration. No answers from the audience. Okay. Today it looks like a very tired Saturday. People are just enjoying and gaining some knowledge. Probably I'll go to my session. What I'm going to do today is I'll talk about planner and loop, and I'm going to keep it very simple so that you understand what planner is, how you can utilize planner to create or plan your project, and loop, what exactly loop is, what are the loop components, workspace, and why does, was the need for Microsoft Loop while we have all these productivity tools, how different is Loop from the other tools. So we'll talk about that today. And before that, I'm going to quickly give a short introduction about myself. I am Shrushti S and I work at Rapid Circle. I have close to 7 years of work experience. I am working as a consultant and I have worked on almost all the technologies or SaaS services of Microsoft, including Azure. And recently, I'm working on Power Platform as a lead. And you can find me across, all the global events where I take sessions on Power Platform, Copilot, or M365. Today is one such unique session which I'm going to talk about, which is Microsoft Planner. Let me just quickly. Okay. So planner is what exactly planner is. I think from the name itself, we get to understand that hey, there is a tool which will help you plan either your day or your week or your project or anything. Whenever we talk about planning, it is just, you can relate that with Microsoft Planner. And how Microsoft Planner comes into the picture and it fits into the Microsoft ecosystem and also in your organization. Like when you talk about an enterprise level, we'll talk about two perspectives. One is individual productivity and one is your productivity when an employee uses planner to probably you are a project manager or you want to manage projects or you want to do something for enterprise and how you can increase your or enhance your productivity there. So this is what your planner will look like. This is the planner application. You can find it inside your Teams or a standalone service app in your Office portal. We'll take a look at it. I'm not going to run through these slides. That is not what I do ideally. I directly demonstrate. But I have kept few slides just to, give you the glimpse of what planner is, what you'll find in the planner. There are few things like my day. Let's say you have been assigned some tasks and you want to see what are the tasks for me which are assigned and I have to finish it today. You will see under it my day. and you will find all your tasks which are assigned to you in my tasks, and the plans which you have created under my plans. So these are the three navigational things which you can see in the planner. We'll see it. I'm not going to run through this. Let me just go to my demonstration straight away. Firstly, you can ask me that, hey, I want to access Planner. I want to use Planner. How I can do that? One thing, Planner is part of your Office 365, and now it is called as Microsoft 365 E3 or E5 licenses. While it, you can purchase standalone licenses as well to access Planner, so that you can boost your individual productivity. While I'm talking about E3, E5, this is enterprise level. So now I am into my Microsoft, enterprise license which I have got, and I'm into portal.office.com. So if you just type in portal.office.com, you will straightly land up to the home page of your Office 365, wherein you can explore all the applications. I'll go to home page, and I want to quickly, I'll click on the waffle icon. I'll go to the more apps, and you can find all the applications which you have access to. Let's say you don't have access to project, then probably even if you go to the project, you will not be able to create projects or view projects. I'll go to Planner first. We'll take a look at Planner, and then we'll go to Loop components. What Loop is, what exactly workspace in Loop means, how you can copy the component and use it across your different tools like Teams, Outlook, that we'll check later. This is my view of Planner. Let's say I want to, I can see the distinguishing factor here. I can create new plan. This is my hub. This is the Planner hub wherein you will find all your planners, and I can see all the tasks which are assigned to me. Another thing which you can see is all the pinned planners. So let's say there are few planners which you are right now, that those planners are in ongoing work. Maybe you are working on few projects for which the planner board is created and that is ongoing, and you want to pin that. Pin those. How you can pin that? Just click on the three dots, and then you can pin that planner, and it will sit inside the pinned section. You can see all planners under all section, and this is the planner hub. Now, if I go to my teams, and I can just quickly pick planner. And this is the new planner which you can see. I'm not sure whether I can hide this or not, but let it be. And this in here you can see the new look and feel, wherein you can see all the planners, the private tasks which are assigned to you, assigned and flagged emails. Along with that, you can see my day. So let's say right now this is like open environment. I have not created anything because I wanted to demonstrate it live. So I don't want to have some already created plans and then show it to you just by visiting the screens. I'll create it live in this session. So under my day, I can, let's say, whenever you start your work day, or ideally whatever work you are doing, you want to create a plan for your day. How you can do that? You can just start creating your work plans, and you can start adding it here for your day, and then all those tasks assigned to you for today's date will sit here, and this is how your plan looks like. And then probably you can just mark it as complete, or you can assign or delegate it to someone else. Let's just take a look at it. So what I'll do is I am into my day, but I don't have any plans or tasks. So I'll go to my plans. I'll create a new plan. What are plans? Planner is a board wherein you can go ahead and add all your plans for either a week or month or today. And for that, you have different templates as well. So when I say templates, these are the templates. Probably, let's say you want to create a plan for an enterprise organization. Maybe you are a project manager and you want to create a planner board for your project Mars. And now you want to set up the planner board. How we can do that? You can pick up either project management template, which you can see from here, and let's take a look at how does that look. So this is the project management template. Along with that, there are a few other templates like software development. Maybe your team is working on a product and you want to set up the plan for development of that product, or a business plan. Maybe your leadership team, they want to assign the strategy, or they are discussing on some strategic documents or some strategy which they are planning for the organization. So they can just plan it under business plan and employee onboarding for your HR and recruitment team. These are the templates. And by templates, what do I mean is they have predefined some tasks. They have added some tasks. Now, when I create a simple plan, let's just take a look at the simple plan. I'll use this template and I'll just say productivity day. Now, I am planning this event and I want to collaborate with all of my teammates so that I can plan this event very nicely and smoothly without any glitches or interference. I'm going to create a plan, and this plan is that associated with any group. So you have to, what does plan mean? Plan definitely, whenever you create a planner, a group, M365 group will be attached to it. Now, if you don't attach to a group already, so let's say I have my SharePoint site, I have my teams already spinned up for this event. Now, I don't want to attach it to a group. I wanted to utilize the same group which I've created. So you can utilize that by just selecting that option. Or let's say I have created the group for Pune Tech Community Productivity Day event. I can just select that right here. I don't want to do that right now. What I do is I don't have anything set up. I'll do everything from scratch. Just create it for me. Let's just wait for a minute and let it create. And now what you see here is this is a blank skateboard, right? This is a blank slate where nothing is added. All you have to do is from scratch. What you can do from here is you can see there are different options. There is a grid view, there is a board view. These are the different views in which you can view your planner, schedule, and charts. Okay. Now let's go to our grid view or board view for right now and explore. So in this planner, because I'm using the basic plan, I have not assigned any task. I want to assign tasks. This is the backlog section, upcoming, in progress, block. And I think these buckets are not relevant to me, at least for this, this event agenda. What I can do is I will quickly update the bucket and I can also delete few buckets. So let's take a look at, I'll delete this bucket. I don't need it. I don't need this bucket as well. I'll create everything as per my need. Let's delete, and we'll keep this. Even if you delete it, no issues. Let's delete this and create everything from scratch. So this is how the blank slate looks like. Now, instead of using simple plan, if you would have picked up the project management plan, you would have got the buckets and some sample project related tasks attached to it. Now, definitely those are not for you. Maybe those are just the sample tasks which are created. You can go ahead and add or update the tasks relevant to your project. What I'll do is I'm going to pick up one bucket. I'm going to create the bucket for the event. Now, event planning, okay, event tasks, event promotion. This is just one simple example which I'm taking. I am utilizing productivity day event very well. This is the planning, this is the promotion, and now event live day. Okay. So these are the three buckets which I've created. Maybe there are some tasks post event like post event email communication or something, when we post the recordings over YouTube, we do a lot of work post event as well. So these are the four buckets which my team is going to work on for this event. Now what we'll do is for event planning, let's say I want to firstly roll out what is an event. First thing, this is kind of an example which I'm taking in this session. Event is basically you will have an agenda, but for that agenda you will have to roll out the communication that hey, this is the event which we are planning. Now if you already have identified some of the key people, then just take the information from them that hey, you're going to speak on this topic, you're going to speak on that topic. If not, then open up a form or something and then take their suggestions, their nominations, and then once you feel that these are good, then just shortlist those. So these are the event planning tasks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some tasks, event website, and I'm going to pick this up. I have not created any website for now, and I want to assign this to one of my technical developer who is going to create this website, who is going to attach it to Azure so that it is hosted on cloud and everyone can access it. And it should also have the following things like speakers, uh, speaker form submission, the registration template, everything, the sponsorship, all of those things. I'm going to assign it to Megan. Now let's see one more important thing. Why I've picked this topic. I have created this plan, but I have not added any of the users in this plan. I've created it, so I am by default the owner. So here, if you can see from the share section, this productivity plan add to the existing group. I'm not going to add to the group. In this group, I am just the only member. And if you want to see that, how you can see is This is private plan which I've created, I think, and I want to share. So what I'll do is I'll share it from here. What happens is whenever you create a plan, if you are adding some files, some documents related to the plan here, and if that user whom you're assigning is not part of the plan, he or she can, once you assign that task to it, they will be able to access the whole file. Not just file, the teams, the SharePoint created to it, along with that, all of those things they'll be able to access. Now take an example of Megan, right? I'm going to assign this task to Megan, and that is why it is showing that thing here is non-member because Megan is not a member. Let's see if I add her. See, it is showing me this plan is not shared yet. Before you share, just make sure that hey, she will be able to access the group, the SharePoint, the Teams, whichever is created behind the scenes for this planner, because I've not attached it to an existing group. So it has created a group for me by default when we create planners. Now, as soon as I click on add it to a group and just create group, see what will happen. He is added to this productivity group, and productivity group will have a SharePoint and Teams as well. See details. So now I have got this group. If I click on it, I'll be navigated to the shared mailbox where it has created a group for me. See, and I can also go to the mailbox, and this will also have a SharePoint. So let's see. Now let's just close this and let's attach some files. I will pick up a URL, Microsoft Planner. Let's just pick this URL. Oops, this one. This has the planner information. I want to attach it just for the reference. I am not going to pick up. Probably I should have picked up the uh, Pune Tech Community URL, and I'm going to name it as Pune Tech Community. This is my event website. As soon as I add it, and I am just clicking on showing on the card. So this is the new feature. What happens is whenever you are attaching any of the files or any of the links to your plans, it will show. Let me just close this, and it will show like this. This is the view of your data. This is the preview card feature. And as soon as I click on it, you can redirect to that website. So this is how the planner is. Now, let's say if I attach a document, let me attach from my computer. I'm going to attach this file. Okay. This is my presentation, which I'm sharing right now. Give it a minute for it to load. And we'll take a look at the files, where these files which we are attaching to planner that is residing. And now, before that, just while it is completing, let's also explore the other bits and areas of planner. You can add the name of your task which you want to add. Just assign it to the bucket. Let's say right now you have added to the planning, but if you want to move it to the other bucket, you just move that. This is in progress because I'm just creating it right now. No one has taken action. Who is this assigned to? I'm assigning it to Megan because she is from the event planning team. Now, this plan, probably there have been times, take an example of project management, wherein the Scrum team, right? Every day you have that daily stand up Scrum call of 15 minutes. So that is a recurring task, right? For the PMOs, they have to make it at a recurring plan. So here, right now, this is not recurring because events are not recurring ones, right? It happens at some pace and it is not at a regular basis. So for of now, this plan is not a recurring one, but assume that you have a daily stand-up Scrum call, which has to run on the weekly basis. So you just make it recurring, and you just add a due date for how long this plan should run. But right now, I'm not going to repeat it. I'm going to start this. I want this, planning to be completed by next Saturday. So I'm going to give the start date as today's date. Okay, just a second. Start date as today's date and due date as next Saturday. And priority right now, because this event we are planning for August, so this is at utmost priority, so I'm going to keep it as urgent, and I need my planning team to take this up as urgent task. Here there are two sections, notes and checklist. What I can do is every time we have the habit of just creating the tasks and keeping it aside, attaching the relevant documents, and that's done. But that is not useful because you're not making the use of planner at most. Here there is a checklist which is provided to you. Oftentimes we forget about why this plan was created, so you can just quickly add a short description. This plan is for event planning team, and they should follow the checklist items. Now, in the checklist, I'm going to add all the items or all the tasks which they are supposed to take. Create a website, host the website on Azure, pin up the registration form on website. So these are the planning tasks. Pin up the form in and show in the website for nominations. Add correct, add event name and deadlines with event date. So these are the website information which I want it to be done by planning team. They have to take all these things into account and finish it by this due date. And this checklist is ready. Now I can show multiple documents also on the card. I don't think so. Okay, we can only show it one. But let me just showcase this productivity tool. And later, let me just close this. Now this task is for event planning team. So what I can do is there are few labels which are added here. I can also create labels according to my will. So what I can do is I want to pick this line is for organizing team. Aqua is for meeting team. Gray is for development team. Now, this task has to be done by organizing team and development team together. Because once the development team has pulled up the website, then they has to inform the organizing team, and Megan is the representative. Let's just close this task and see all the information here. This is how the plan will look like in full fledged. Now, I have attached every important details. Even you can see the name, the file, if it is urgent or not, how many attachments this has, and there are 5 days for me to work on. Right now, I have not started or picked this item up, and this is the deadline. And the representative for this task is Megan. Now, once as soon as she completes or she updates the information, you can view it. All the members who has access to this planner can view it. Coming to the another bucket, which is event promotion. Now, as soon as you take up some actions here, let's say I have started this, but I've not completed. It is in progress, and you can update the comments. Megan has updated the comments that development team is working on website, and this is the website URL, and they have added the URL, some details, send it, and these are the comments through which your whole team is aware who is working on what, while still you are in progress, but team is aware that hey, what they are working on, they have completed this, they have completed that, and as soon as once you complete that task, you just check it off. Host, these two tasks are done by that team, close it off. You can see all your tasks in your My Day as well. If there are any tasks which are assigned for you at today, so let's just pick and add some tasks. Just pick this up, add some task for today's date. We'll set the due date as today and we'll assign it event registration. This is part of promotion. I'll add that task and I'll assign it to me so that you can understand where I see. Okay, this is assigned to me and this is not yet picked up. I have not added anything. Just close it. Once you see all your tasks which are for today's date, you can see under my day. And here you will have an elaborative look of what all tasks I've been assigned, under which all planner it sits at, and what is the priority, the due date, all those information under my day. If you don't have any tasks assigned, then maybe you will see it as blank, but you can also update your progress from here, just like what we do inside the planner tasks. Same thing, you can do it from your, as soon as you mark it as complete, it will be striked off and you see one out of one task is completed. So this is my day look and this is the my tasks look and feel. And here you can see all your planners, like all the planners which you have access to, also which your team, if you have been assigned to a new plan and that sits as part of your team, you can see it as in under this section. Pinned tasks, let me just pin some of my plans. I'm going to pin this productivity day because that is important and it should also see here. Why I'm not able to pin? Okay, this is the pinned task, which every time I can access it. I don't want project mass, that is not often priority right now. But this is for your productivity or in team productivity. Even if you share this with others, you can share it, keep it open to others as well. You can share it with the group. Let's just add Joni to it, and we have now three members who can contribute to this planner, and they can create new tasks as well. There are three elaborative looks which you can take. Now here it is normal task board, similar to what we see in Azure DevOps. You can see it here. There is a new set of plans which are coming on, and those are the premium plans, which will also give the integration with Azure DevOps. So that is coming. That is, I don't have premium license right now, but I will quickly cover later once we have talked about planners. This is the schedule, like all the dates which we have added. You can see it here in the schedule format. This is what elaborative look. So let's say this event team has recurring events, or they plan events every month. So they can take a look at, okay, this is the calendar, this is the long weekend, maybe we should skip that, and in the next weekend we can plan some event like this. And for next month, so they can have the calendar look and feel as well for all the tasks which are assigned for this particular planner. Along with the calendar look, there is a chart look which basically shows the bucket. There are three buckets and the tasks under each bucket. Also the status, like who completed the task, how many tasks are completed, how many tasks which were beyond, like already those tasks are running late and those are still not completed, which means it is late. The ones which are in progress and the ones which are not started, and the priority. So right now we have assigned the tasks based on the urgent priority. There is just one task which is assigned at urgent priority. The members, were there any members who were unassigned? So maybe there are five members whom this planner is shared with, but those members are not assigned any task, while Megan is assigned one, Shrushti is assigned one, but she has completed one, something like that. So these information you can take a look at it. Grid. Grid is nothing but similar to what we see in our Azure DevOps. Like there is a backlog wherein you see the main task, and then inside that subtasks. So you can see that, you can add main task here as well. And if I click on three dots, you can open the details about it. You can copy the selected task and paste it and share it in your teams, etc. You can complete that and delete the task as well. So let's say now this task is no more relevant. This event we were planning, but it is now delayed due to some reasons, or this we are not going to execute. So just delete that task from this board and it will be deleted. So this is overall your planners, and you can also filter it. So this is important bit which I want to show. I'll go to the board view and we'll take a look at filters. Now let's say I'll quickly add few random tasks, registration, promotion, so that we can filter it down. Assign it to Megan, Joni, add task, set due date for next week. Okay, add. Oops, I assigned it to the wrong task. Let's just pick it up. I'm going to add agenda rollout, and I'm going to add this task for the same date, and this is going to be assigned to Shrushti. I'm going to assign another task, promotion. I'm going to assign this to Shrushti again, and the due date will be the same next week. At live date assigns to Megan, Shrushti, Joni, all these people, and 29th August. We are planning Copilot day, let's say, and I'm going to set the due date as the event live date, add tasks, and post event activities is like manage email communication, add tasks, and this will be assigned to again the whole team, and whoever is free probably can pick it up. And I'll keep this due date to after event date, which is the next 6th September, and I'll close this. So now I have created some of the tasks, and let's say I want to filter the tasks. These are the filters which you will see. This look and feel kind of is similar to Power BI, but it doesn't have a lot of filters. It just has filters based on the due date. Whatever you see on the tasks board, right? We see who is the assigned person, the bucket, the labels which we have added, the priority, the progress, and due date. So whatever you see inside this six items, those are the filters which you can see. Let's say I want to pick the due date as next week, and I want to filter down. So I have only one item which is due for next week, while I want to filter it for future as well. Now I can see all the items which are filtered for the next date till I'm only seeing it till August. Okay, all the future dates as well. And as soon as I clear those filters, I'll be able to see all the tasks. I'll remove this in progress and I'm seeing all the tasks. Let's say the due date I assign remove the filters as well. I just want to pick the task from the assignment of my tasks, Shrushti, and I see the board which is now filtered with me. All the tasks, all the action items which I have to take for these three buckets. Now again I can filter down more based on the buckets like hey, I have some tasks assigned as part of planning and I see that where is it? Okay, I've completed that already, event promotion and live day. I'm not going to pick up the post event tasks. So these are all the tasks which I can see. And now when I see the chart view, still you can go ahead and filter down. I have already selected those filters. Those stay as it is. I have been assigned all those tasks and I have not yet completed the ones which are assigned here. And see the board is still filtered one and I can see the chart for the filtered results. These are my These are the members list. These are the priority items and all the tasks. So this is what the planner is whole and soul. Now, probably we'll take up the questions if you have any at the end. And let's just also take a look at the plan details. So these are the plan details and which group the plan is created for. This is sitting right now in the private group. And if you want to delete this plan altogether, let's say this is completed and now this is no more relevant, you can delete this plan and it will delete away. Again, another important part which I'll just quickly cover before moving to loop. Right now, what you see is this planner is created as part of this group. So we'll just copy this group name. We'll go to the Outlook, and in the Outlook, you see there is a groups section wherein in the PTC productivity, you'll find the same group. Not interested. Here you'll see all the emails relevant to your planners, whatever tasks are assigned, who the members are, and when you click on the group, you'll see the group email. Now what happens is, let's say this event team don't want, maybe there are few email communications which will go out and they don't want it to be going out from one particular specific username, and that should go as part of the email from the event. Okay, so I'll copy this link, and whenever you draft a new email, you can now just CC this email or send that email as well, because this is just a group, right? Now this will act as your email ID or DL distribution list, wherein you can send out emails to this as well. And maybe let's say I want to send out an email to myself and I just say event comms registration communication, just a random email which I'm going to send out. Just send it, and I have CC'd the email. Let's just see whether we are able to receive that. So now this has sent out, and you see the PT productivity group is part of, this is the email DL, and you can see the members, who are the members of this group, and the overview of this group, the email files. Now I mentioned, right, where these files which we attach sit, right? I can just go to the site and I can go to the files directly. Inside this site, see, this is the site which is pinned up. There is also, you can capability to create teams on top of the site. And inside the documents, you see my planner, the file which I've attached is sitting inside the documents folder of my SharePoint site. So whenever you talk about group, either it is, M365 group or planner group, when you are attaching the planner with a group, that group is M365 group, and it will have an Outlook email box, the SharePoint site, because the files or all the URLs or the important documents will sit at some place, at some location on cloud, and that is utilizing the SharePoint. So this is backed by a SharePoint and Outlook as well. So whenever you talk about planner, you keep in mind that you'll always have one SharePoint which is behind the scenes, always there for you, and all the documents sits and resides in that. And also an email shared mailbox is created wherein you can use that DL and utilize your group as part of for all the communications. So this covers your planner, and I'll quickly cover the preview premium planners as well at the later stage once I complete loop component. Now let's just quickly move to loop. I'm not going to again cover these slides because I'm going to demonstrate live. Okay. Now this is Microsoft Loop. Why there was a need for Microsoft Loop? First thing you have to understand that. So what happens is Loop gives you that flexibility when again you can co-work together. So let's say co-working means I have a page which is open. Assume it as a normal page. Okay, in that page there is my teammate, just like what you saw right on the planner. We have assigned some members, but they will work on their own screens, right? They'll go to the teams, they'll open a planner and they'll create tasks, they'll do something. But let's say I want to create or I want to draft a document wherein I want some inputs from my product owner, I want some inputs from my solution architect, and I want some inputs from my testing team as well, because I am a solution architect and I want the information from all the teams so that we can collaboratively create a business document for the project, and this is to be shared with the business. How you can do that, how you can co-create this. You can also tell me that, hey, I can do that in Word, I can share this Word file with my users, and they'll give their inputs. This is similar to that. You can say it is exact similar, but here the components are different. Here you're not just creating or adding your text. Here you are creating some visualization, some chart, some tasks. You can do all of those things. And not just that, you can pick that component up and you can paste that component across interfaces like Outlook, Teams, and there as well they'll collaboratively work. And now what do I mean by that is, you can see from the screen behind, this is my team's view wherein I have a component and these users are working on it parallelly together. They are co-working on it. This is my loop component. Inside the loop page, this is the same component. And inside the Outlook, this is the same component. Now let's say some person has viewed this on Outlook and they are contributing it. Some person is doing it from Teams, and some user is doing it from Loop. All these three users, they can use any interface and they can collaboratively work on it. Well, this flexibility and this thing is not uh, done as of now in Word. In Word, you have to go to your Word online file and then you have to edit the document and update it, and then they can just, co-edit with you. But this flexibility of component addition is not possible as of now. So let's take a look at it in more detail. I'll go to my demo environment again. Where do you find these loop components? Again, there are a few ways to find it. Let's just take a look at the loop service. So this is my loop component wherein you see loop.cloud.microsoft. This is the simplest URL which you can remember, loop.cloud.microsoft. And if you don't remember stuff easily, then you can go to portal.office.com and there you can just open your loop and you will be straight away inside the loop. I'll just ignore this for now, and we'll see a view wherein you'll see all the workspaces. Now, what do you mean by workspace? So let's say there is a workspace similar to the background of Power BI or etc. There is a workspace which you have created for one specific team. And in that team, let's say this is the sales team. Okay, I'm going to create a workspace for sales team. And now it is their duty and their thing wherein they'll add all the sales related campaign or marketing campaign for each product. Either it is Copilot or it is M365 or it is Team or it is Planner or anything. But they should use this workspace. You can assume this workspace similar to an environment in Power Platform wherein you can add all the applications that will sit under one hood. Similarly, all the relevant information which you want, it is kind of a team or shared space. wherein you can have all the relevant information in one space, which is called your workspace. Now I've created one workspace, which is the Copilot Advocacy Workspace. And this is for my Copilot Advocacy marketing team. How did I create that? Let's go back again. I'll click on the plus icon and I'm going to create a new workspace. Now this UI is really subtle and nice look and feel. Now you'll ask me, where can I access this loop as part of individual Office 65 plan as well, like family plan or individual plan? No, you can't do that. This is part of your E3 E5 license, and this also comes as an add-on if you want to purchase a standalone license for yourself. Right now, it is part of Microsoft E3 and E5 enterprise license. I'll click on the cover. I want to create this, marketing campaign for my event. I'll continue with the same example story which I'm taking forward. I'm going to create a loop workspace for my event management team, and I'm going to add some relevant images related to. Okay, I'm going to add this workspace. This is my team. I'm going to take this productivity. I'll give it generalized name because this is for my event community team, and share your space. Now, this workspace, whom do you want to share with? So choose people to share your ideas and collaborate. And these are the users who can collaboratively work with you on this workspace. And if you ignore, then it will just be you who will be collaborating. But I want to add my planning team, my CEO, and Joni. These were the team members who will help me. Another thing is, if you want to add some files to your workspace, so let's say this workspace is used for marketing campaign and you have some marketing campaign SharePoint repository, you can just pick, start searching marketing, hit enter, and it will show me all the marketing related information from my tenant to here. I'll just pick up this Contoso, the sample resume. No, I don't want to pick the sample resume, only the marketing. And this one file, along with the marketing, I also want to add some marketing related to the Copilot. Let's hit enter. And do I see anything related to Copilot? Yes, I do. This is file. There is this workspace which I've created. I don't want to add that. And I'm just good right now, and I'm going to create the workspace. As soon as you create this workspace, you will see that an event management workspace is created for you. Let it load for a second, and it is loading the files. So these are the files which are default added, and if you click on it, you will be redirected to that file itself. But you will see all the relevant documents, files, information inside your workspace. So isn't this good that you have all the relevant information which you need without leaving the space? Whenever this workspace is created, you have the information what you need, and now you can spin up a page, and you can add all the information from here rather than searching your document and finding the information. What is this which is created for you? This untitled name. If I hit create new, it is showing a page, and there is a new link as well. This is the new page which is created for me by default, similar to OneNote. I'll rename and I'll style it. So this page is only going to be used by marketing team, but M365 marketing team. And I'm going to update the cover, and this will be using this cover, update it, and this page is ready for me. Right now, what you're seeing here is just the blank page, but there is no sections, components added. Where can I add that? Before going there, there are a few templates as well. So let's say you don't want to create a blank one. I don't want to set up anything from blank. I want to utilize which from something from template. Now this is used for Teams decision, or there is a huge template gallery. Okay, so this is the template gallery, and I'm doing it for marketing, right? So let's pick if there is anything related to the marketing. I see there is a product specification, tech specification. There is a marketing plan already, and inside this is the page. This is the image which they have added, the cover image. This is the icon, the marketing plan page name, and these are some of the text. This is some component. This is the goals analysis, the SWOT analysis, the strategy, and everything in the relevant links. Now, as soon as I click on this use template, my existing thing will go away and it will replace this with this template. So see, this has updated to the marketing plan, and also the name is changed. I added M365, right? And now it is using my marketing plan. Again, I will update it to M365 marketing. team. And okay, spelling is bit. And I'm going to update this cover page to this one, and this is done. If you want to add icon, you can add it from here as well. And I'm just going to pick up one this icon, okay? And this you can update it as per your will. So let's say marketing campaign for internal 365 licensed users. Okay. Now this is your campaign tour. You can use this template as it is, or you can remove the sections. Let me click on this. What exactly this is? This is a component. Okay. Now if I just want delete it, I can delete it as well. I don't want goals, SWOT analysis, etc. Let's just go down bit and how you can add components, how these guys have added components. So you click on slash and you'll see all the components here. These are the ready to use components which you can use right away. Now let's say I want to, I just want to delete this. I don't have any use of this thing right now. I want to delete this as well. Executive summary is not needed for the campaign. This is not needed. Goals, I think I need that because when you talk about campaign, you have some goals which you have to add. Competitive analysis that will be needed. SWOT, I don't need this. Market position, right now I don't want to add this. Even this component is not relevant for me. Strategy, we'll just skip this a bit. Even this bit, we'll delete the table. I don't want to add unnecessary data and confuse. Delete and delete this as well. Now we are all, okay, there are so many components. Let's just delete this. Delete and delete. Now we have kept only few things. One is goals and analysis, and we'll create it new. Okay, let's just hit slash, and I want to add a huge campaign tagline so that my team is motivated that hey, we have to campaign this internally for all the M365 users, saying that how we can increase the productivity. Okay. Now let's see if I can find something. I have the quote and I have heading. I want to add one heading, and I can add two types of headings. One is collapsible and one is normal heading. Let's just add normal heading. Boost up your productivity game with a Microsoft 365 productivity tools. So this is my heading. And here right now I am the only person who is creating it, right? I am the one person who is working on it. And you can see from the top, this user has this opened, and let me also share this with few other users. Right now, I don't have that user open, but once they also start collaborating, you will see all those users contributing to it. Maybe they are working on this component, someone is working on this component, or someone is writing some tagline similar to, which they feel that they should be the tagline for our internal campaign. They can collaborate on the same page, not just from here, but from Teams or Outlook as well. Now, let's see. This is my tagline, and I'm going to add another thing here for others to insert ideas. I will add checklist, contribute and publish your taglines for campaign. These are the checklist items. Finalize a tagline, social banners for organization, and productivity session planning so that everyone is aware how they can gain productivity, and some quiz, Q&A or fun session so that we know who has gained what information about productivity. These are the checklist items, but I want to pick this up. So what I can do is, this is my component. Okay. I can use this as create a component. Now what it is doing is, this is picked up right now, and what I can do is I can copy the component, and this is copied. I can now go to my teams. I can go to the team campaign, and I can start a post. I can paste it here, Oh God, it has not picked up. This is my loop component. Allow. Okay. I'm going to copy it again, and I'm going to go to my Teams. Where is it? I'm going to paste it. And as soon as I hit post, it should. Okay, did not paste that component. I picked something wrong. Let me just again pick this up. This component, create loop component. It should create it for whole checklist. Let me just delete this again. Maybe let's check for this one whether I can create this whole create loop component. Yes, it has created. Copy this component, settings. This link has copied. Again, let's go to our Teams and see whether it is able to post it right. Uh, okay, but it does post here. Okay, yeah, it is coming up. Take some time to load. Now I can post this. Some issue with my network looks like. As soon as you post here, if I just start contributing to it, say to the component, I don't have to save it. I'll see it reflecting here as well. See, this is what co-create and collaborate looks like. I'll go to my Outlook. I'll create a new email and let's just open this and I'll paste it here, the same component and see the magic. I'm going to get this information. Outlook contribution to the loop component. I have not even sent this mail out. Let me just send it to the productivity team so that they can utilize this space. I'm going to send it. Send just random email. And now again, we'll go to our loop component and we'll see this reflecting. So this is how whenever someone co-creates with you, you'll also see that what portion of the workspace or page they are collaborating at. Not just, these minor things, but you can create a great workspace. Like you can utilize Loop as I think I'm running short of time, but I'll quickly cover a few important aspects. Not just about text, headlines, table. You can add a lot of other things. Like let's just say you see that there is a code component wherein you are sharing this code with some other user and this has to be utilized in some of the application. So you can just pick this code component and you can just paste it. And then maybe if you want to create an open source environment, people can, let's say you are facing some issue in this code, you don't know what exactly is wrong, create a workspace, or maybe if you already have a workspace, create the page, update your code, paste your code, and let the other users also check what is wrong, and maybe they can update the code live and you can pick this up, copy it and utilize it into your code section wherever this was fitting at. And you can create it as loop component. As soon as you create the component as loop component, you are good to go. Copy that and utilize this across the different tools like Teams and Outlook, and they'll be able to co-create it together with you and co-work with you. Apart from code tables, let's just take a look at what exactly you can additionally add. There are a few dividers, headers, callouts which you can add. These are the templates: task list, voting table, progress tracker, Kanban board. Kanban board is the best example which you can use is Kanban board is similar to what we do or what we use in our Azure DevOps, but this is not exactly similar. Kanban board is also used for project management, but you can find these similar look and feel wherein you can create, stages, you can group by stages, you can add buckets similar to what we do in Planner. You can pick the cards up and assign it to the work owner, select the date, mark your progress once it is done. Besides this, it also has integration with, I want to show that you can add images, etc. You can add a tag person. So let's say I want this item to be worked by. I want this to be, assigned to Megan. I can pick Megan and say, hey, can you pick this up? And I can insert it, and Megan will receive the notification. And where does all this notification sits? Here, these are the notifications of your loop. They'll receive the notification and they can contribute as is directly into this page. Along with that, there are few integrations, as you can see, with GitHub and Planner and other apps like Jira and Trello. Why do we need these integrations? Because at times you have some, planning tool, which task planning tool, which is already sitting in like Jira, and then you can take this integration up and you can integrate all your tasks inside this space as well. And also from GitHub and Planner, just like let's say this is the planner insert, and I'll see my planner added here as a component. This is how amazing this is, right? There is another layer on top of this, not just this, which you can do it standalone, but you can also take help of Copilot to do all these activities. And I'll give you a quick glimpse of how you can do that. Let me just go to the loop component. This is my loop wherein I have access to premium Copilot. Inside this loop, you see that there is a Copilot icon as well, and I want to rewrite this probably. So let's just take at Copilot and rewrite this to a marketing campaign for Microsoft 365 Copilot. So let's just hit enter and see how it does its magic. And you see this has been rewritten. Okay, this is rewritten and this was kept because I didn't select this. I'll remove this data from here. I don't want it. Experience the future, whatever it has written. And now I can pick this up again. And this was the original version. If I feel like, hey, the original version was much better, I can keep that as it is. But I'll keep this rewritten version itself. Let's just go here. Now I want to utilize Copilot slash, and you will see I can draft the page component using Copilot. I can create, brainstorm, blueprint, and describe. This is what you can do with Copilot inside loops, but we are running out short of time. But yeah, this is what you can do it while you can also rewrite what you've already got. Description, blueprint, you can brainstorm, do whatever with Copilot inside loop. Similarly, you can have Copilot in Planner as well. That is also as part of premium license. And these are the all the productivity tools which you can take this up, utilize it in your organization, and this does not require any add-on if you already have enterprise licenses. You can go ahead and straight away use Loop and Planner and take use of Copilot if you already have access to Copilot or have license. Then please make use of it. And I am sure that Loop components, I am using it personally, and it is like a game changer tool wherein you can co-create and collaborate together, and you can add and assign tasks. You can add Planner. You can integrate with Azure DevOps or Planner or GitHub and a lot of other few more which are in preview right now. But you can utilize that and create a engaging workspace while you are working remotely or together. It doesn't matter, but you can create a co-working space inside Loop component wherein each and every person can contribute their ideas freely and they don't have to think about what they're contributing. This is what was today's session about the loop component and planner. I'm sure you must have enjoyed it thoroughly, and maybe you have something for you to take away and go and give it a try. And if you have any issues, any concerns, then please feel free to reach out either to me or to the Pune Tech community team. They are always ready to help. I'll skip this slide because we've already talked about all of these things. And thank you so much. Uh, your cooperation is utmost important. Thank you for sparing your time this Saturday and listening to me. And hope you stay tuned for the other session, which is upcoming. Uh, Thank you, Punita community team, Kunj, Smita, Siddharth, Nandi. Thank you, everyone, for listening to me. I hope it was a great session.